Have you ever wondered what it feels like to risk everything to save a life? Imagine a building engulfed in flames, smoke so thick you can barely see, and somewhere inside, a small, terrified creature is trapped, fighting for its life. This is not just any rescue, it's a race against time, a fight against fire, and a test of courage like no other. On one ordinary day, a firefighter rushed into a burning building to save a stray dog nobody else even knew was there. But what happened after that rescue? It wasn't just about saving a life, it was the beginning of something truly unexpected, a story that would change the dog's fate forever. And the surprise visitor who showed up to adopt this rescued dog would shock everyone. The firefighter at the center of this story is named Alex. From the moment Alex joined the fire department, they knew this was more than just a job, it was a calling. Every day, Alex woke up with the same goal to help people in their worst moments and bring them safely back to their loved ones. It wasn't about fame or recognition. It was about doing the right thing, no matter the risk. Alex's days usually followed a calm routine. Mornings spent checking equipment, afternoons training with the team, and quiet nights hoping no alarms would ring. They loved the teamwork, the feeling of being ready for anything. But most of all, Alex loved the chance to make a difference, even if it was small. On this particular day, the sun was shining, and everything seemed peaceful. The station was calm, the team joking around as they waited for a call. Nobody expected what was about to happen. Then, suddenly, the shrill sound of the fire alarm shattered the quiet. The calm morning turned into a moment that would test Alex's courage like never before. A call came through about a fire in a nearby building, but no one knew yet there was a small life trapped inside, waiting to be saved. The fire alarm blared suddenly, cutting through the quiet like a scream. Alex's heart jumped. In an instant, the calm morning vanished. The team moved fast, sliding down poles and grabbing their gear without a word wasted. Every second mattered. The call was urgent. There was a fire in an old apartment building not far from the station. Alex felt the familiar rush of adrenaline as they climbed into the fire truck. The engine roared to life, tires spinning on the wet pavement as they sped toward the flames. When they arrived, the scene was worse than Alex expected. Thick black smoke poured out of broken windows. Flames licked the sides of the building, bright and hungry. People had gathered at a safe distance, their faces pale and eyes wide with fear. But Alex wasn't thinking about the crowd. There was one thing on their mind: the people trapped inside, or so they thought, until a faint sound caught Alex's attention. A soft whimper, almost lost beneath the roar of the fire. It was coming from inside. Alex's eyes searched through the smoke and shadows. There, near the front door, was a small figure, a stray dog, cowering and scared. The poor animal was stuck, with no way out, too afraid to run. Alex didn't hesitate. This little life needed saving just as much as any human. Without a second thought, Alex prepared to enter the burning building, knowing the dangers ahead, but the biggest challenge was yet to come. Alex took a deep breath, tightened the mask over their face, and stepped into the burning building. The heat hit like a wall, thick smoke curling around every corner. The world was dark and loud, with the crackle of flames and the creak of burning wood all around. Every step was a challenge. Alex couldn't see more than a few feet ahead. The smoke burned their eyes and made it hard to breathe. Even with the mask, the floor felt unstable beneath their boots. One wrong step could mean disaster. But Alex kept moving, following the faint whimpers echoing through the thick air. The dog's scared cries guided them deeper inside. Time felt slower but also faster. The fire was spreading. and Alex knew they didn't have long. Suddenly, a beam cracked overhead and crashed to the floor just inches from Alex's foot. Heart pounding, Alex froze for a moment, then pushed forward, careful but determined. The dog was out there somewhere, depending on them. Finally, behind a burned-out couch, Alex spotted the small shape curled in a corner. The dog was trembling, its fur singed, and one leg looked injured. Its big eyes met Alex's, full of fear and confusion. Alex spoke softly. "I'm here to help. You're safe now." Slowly Alex reached out and scooped the dog into their arms. The dog flinched, but didn't struggle. It was too exhausted and scared. With the precious cargo held tight, Alex turned back, retracing their steps through the smoky maze. The heat grew stronger. The walls seemed to close in, but Alex refused to give up, one step at a time. They made it to the exit. As they burst through the door into fresh air, a cheer rose from the crowd. Alex's teammates rushed over, and the dog was immediately wrapped in a warm blanket. Alex looked down at the little creature, heart full of relief and something deeper, hope. Against all odds, the dog was safe. But this was just the beginning of a story neither Alex nor the dog could have ever imagined. Back at the fire station, Alex gently laid the dog down on a soft blanket. The little animal was still trembling, scared from everything it had been through. Alex found a bowl and carefully poured some water. The dog lapped at it slowly, still weak but eager to drink. Alex sat nearby, softly talking to the dog, trying to calm its nerves. The dog's fur was dirty and singed in places, and its injured leg made it limp slightly. It was clear this stray had lived a hard life before the fire. Even though Alex had saved many lives before, something about this dog felt different. There was a quiet connection, something unspoken but strong. Alex's heart softened watching the dog try to rest but keep one watchful eye open. Hours passed, the fire was out, the danger gone, but the dog still looked lost. Alex knew the shelter wasn't the right place for it. Not yet. The dog needed care, warmth, and trust. Without hesitation, Alex decided to take the dog home for a while. It was a small space, but it would be safe, quiet, and full of love. The thought of leaving the dog behind was impossible. "I'll take care of you," Alex whispered, brushing a hand gently over the dog's head. The dog gave a small, tired wag of its tail, as if understanding. That night, as the dog settled near Alex's side, something felt right. It wasn't just about saving a life anymore. It was about giving this dog a new chance, one full of hope, kindness, and maybe, just maybe, something even more unexpected. Word about the brave rescue spread quickly through the town. People shared the story of Alex saving the stray dog from the burning building, and how the little dog was now safe but still healing. The story touched many hearts, and soon it reached places Alex never expected. One of those places was Hollywood. Johnny Depp, the famous actor, known for his kind heart and love for animals, heard about the rescue. Johnny wasn't just a star on the screen, he was someone who cared deeply about saving and protecting animals, especially those who had been through tough times. When Johnny read about the dog and the firefighter's courage, something inside him stirred. He felt drawn to the story, curious about the dog who had survived against all odds. Without hesitation, Johnny decided to visit the fire station. He wanted to meet the dog and Alex, to see for himself this small life that had captured so many hearts. The news surprised Alex when they heard it. Johnny Depp, coming to meet them. It felt like a dream too big to believe. But it was real. And it was about to change everything, for the little dog and for Alex too. One afternoon, as Alex was finishing up some paperwork at the fire station, there was a quiet knock at the door. When Alex opened it, standing there with a gentle smile was none other than Johnny Depp. It felt almost unreal, like a dream stepping right into reality. Johnny's calm and kind presence filled the room. He didn't come with cameras or fans, just a quiet sincerity that caught Alex off guard. For a moment Alex just stared, disbelief mixing with excitement and a little nervousness. Johnny spoke softly. "I heard about what you did, about saving the dog. I wanted to meet both of you." Alex felt their hearts swell. Here was someone they admired, someone who cared just as much about this little dog as they did. They invited Johnny in, and soon the three of them were sitting together, Alex, Johnny, and the rescued dog, who was curled up comfortably nearby. They talked about the dog's journey, how it had survived the fire, how scared but brave it had been. Johnny listened closely, his eyes full of warmth and understanding. He asked about the dog's health, its personality, and how it was adjusting. Alex shared their hopes and worries. They wanted the dog to find a forever home, a place where it could feel safe and loved. Johnny nodded. "Animals like this dog deserve the best. I've cared for many over the years, and I'd like to offer this little one a home." Alex couldn't believe what they were hearing. The thought of Johnny Depp adopting the dog felt overwhelming, but also like the perfect ending. As they talked, the nervousness faded, replaced by hope and gratitude. This visit was more than just a surprise. It was the start of something beautiful for everyone involved. After their conversation, Johnny Depp looked down at the little dog resting quietly nearby. The dog, still shy but calmer than before, lifted its head and gave a small wag of its tail. Something about Johnny seemed to catch the dog's attention. A calm, gentle energy that felt safe. Johnny smiled softly and said, "I'd like to adopt this brave little one. I want to give it a home filled with love and care." Alex's heart soared with joy, but at the same time, a quiet sadness settled in. They had grown close to the dog during those first few days. It was hard to imagine saying goodbye to this small scared creature they had fought so hard to save. "I want the best for the dog," Alex said carefully. "It's been through so much already, but letting it go, it's not easy." Johnny nodded, with understanding. "I know it's hard to say goodbye to someone you've saved, but sometimes the best way to love is to let go and trust that the new home will be just what the dog needs." As Johnny reached out, the dog took a cautious step forward and nuzzled his hand. It was a small but clear sign of trust, a moment of connection that told Alex this was right. The farewell was emotional. Alex knelt down, stroking the dog's fur one last time in their care. "You're going to be okay. You deserve happiness." Johnny gently lifted the dog into his arms, holding it close. The dog's eyes met Alex's, calm and sure, now as if saying thank you and goodbye. That day marked the end of one chapter and the start of another. The dog, once lost and afraid, was now stepping into a new life, one full of love, warmth, and hope. And Alex, though bittersweet, felt peace. They had saved a life, and now that life had found a new home with someone who truly cared. Sometimes, a single act of bravery can change many lives. That day, when Alex rushed into the burning building to save a small stray dog, no one could have guessed the incredible journey that was about to unfold. The dog, once lost and frightened, now lives happily in a loving home with Johnny Depp, surrounded by care and kindness. It has healed not just from its injuries, but from the fear that had shadowed its life for so long. The new life is full of comfort, play, and endless love. For Alex, there's deep pride and joy that comes from knowing they helped give this dog a second chance. Saving a life is never easy, and letting go is even harder. But sometimes, the greatest gift is to see someone else carry that love forward. This story reminds us all that kindness, courage, and unexpected connections can make the world a better place. It shows that even in the darkest moments, hope can shine through, and sometimes, the smallest lives can leave the biggest marks on our hearts. If there's one thing to take away, it's this: never underestimate the power of compassion. Because when we act with love, we never know the beautiful surprises that await. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like the video and share it with your friends. Leave a comment below, tell us what you think, or share your own rescue stories. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story about courage, kindness, and hope. Together we can celebrate the amazing power of love and rescue. Your support helps us bring more inspiring stories like this one to light. Thank you for watching, and remember, every act of kindness can change a life.